Hi guys, for today's video I will be making fideo with chicken. Finally, the weather here in Texas is starting to cool down, it's starting to feel more like fall, so I thought what better than to make a big pot of fideo. Now, not only is it delicious and budget friendly, but both my granddaughters, they love when I make this fideo. So that makes me happy because they are both picky eaters, so that should say a lot about how delicious this fideo is. Now, you can have it with just the fideo as it is, or you can have it with chicken to make it more like of a meal, make it go a little bit further. But either way, it is delicious. So now let me show you how to make this fideo or fideo with chicken. Here I have a whole cut up chicken and I already trimmed off the majority of the fat. And to this pot of water is where I'm going to add the chicken, but first I need to season up that water. So I'm going to add in some celery sticks, 3 cloves of garlic, 1 bay leaf, half an onion. I'm just going to sprinkle in some ground cumin, and you can season up your water with whatever you like to use. I'm also going to add in some onion powder. No exact measurements, I'm just sprinkling in until I think it's going to be really good. I'm going to add in some lemon pepper. And you already know I have to use my chicken bouillon, but if you don't have this, remember, use salt. I'm going to add in 2 tablespoons. Give this a quick stir. And now I'm just going to add in all my chicken pieces. I'm just going to wait for the water to come to a boil. Once it does, I'm going to lower the heat to low, cover it, and simmer it for 45 minutes to an hour. And if you get this foamy stuff, just go ahead and remove this as much as you can. Okay, now I can lower the temperature, put it on low, cover, and just let it do its thing. My chicken has finished cooking. I'm going to move it here to the back burner, and I'm going to get started on cooking the fideo. This is the fideo that I'm going to be using, the Barilla brand, and I'm only going to use 2 cups. Here I have in my teapot 10 cups of water. I like to go ahead and boil the water first before I add it to the fideo, but that's totally optional. To my pot here, I have 1 tablespoon of vegetable oil. And now I'm just going to saute the noodles in here. What I want to do is get them slightly brown, like a golden color. And in here, I'm going to add 3 garlic cloves and half of a red onion. I'm going to saute this all together. Make sure you keep moving your noodles around so that your garlic doesn't burn as well. As you can see, the fideo is starting to change color, starting to turn a golden brown. That's what you're looking for. And here I have 1 can of tomato sauce. I'm going to go ahead and add that in there. And now I'm going to add my hot water. And now I'm going to season with about 3 tablespoons of my chicken bouillon. Of course, you can always add salt, but I love my chicken bouillon. Let me give that a quick stir. I'll taste it and see if it needs more. And it is perfect with the seasoning. And then I am going to add some cilantro. I already went ahead and rinsed this. Just going to lay that right on top. I know some people do not like cilantro, but it just gives it so much of that delicious flavor. Now you might say, well, why not add some of the broth of the chicken in here? Because sometimes when I make this, I don't always cook it with chicken, and I like that rich tomato broth, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to let this cook, bring it to a boil. And you're going to cook it just like pasta. Follow the directions on the box, a good 7-8 minutes. And then it'll be ready to serve and dig in. Meanwhile, while I'm waiting for that to continue cooking, I have some corn tortillas in a damp paper towel. I'm going to put this in the microwave for about 30 seconds. And then I'll show you what I like to do and how I like to eat my fideo. In my skillet here, which I am heating up, I'm going to add some vegetable oil. Maybe about 2 to 3 tablespoons. Okay, so my corn tortillas are nice and soft. In here, I have some Monterey Jack cheese. I'm going to put a little bit in here. Roll it up. I'm going to place the seam side down in the hot oil. And I'm just going to fry those till they get nice and crispy. And I'm just going to let them cool here on this cooling rack. And now the fideo is all done. I like to remove the onion and the cilantro and the garlic as well. They have all done their job. So now the fideo is done. I just leave my chicken in here as is. Serve up your fideo in a bowl, add a piece of chicken to it, and enjoy. Okay, now let me show you what I like to do to my fideo, what I like to add. I like the white meat. I prefer it. So I took some of the chicken breast, shredded it up, and put it in here. So I like to take some lime, squeeze that in there. And I have to have tapatio in my fideo. It is a must. It's still very hot, but I'm telling you, this soup, there's nothing more comforting than a good bowl of fideo. If you've never tried tapatio, I recommend trying it. Guys, I'm telling you, this is so delicious. You will not be disappointed. And that's the video for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And as always, I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.